Hey, 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 I'm Angie Rose with Angie Rose Health Coaching, and I'm here today on Monday for your Monday motivational video called My Monday Mojo. So I hope that you guys all had an amazing weekend. I know that for some of my Nebraskans, they absolutely did not. I know if you've watched the news, you know that there were massive, massive tornadoes that rolled through several of the areas of our state this weekend. And a lot of people actually lost their homes, lost all their belongings, their family members lost things. And I want to recognize that. I don't want to just bowl past that. I want to say, I'm so sorry for the things that have happened, and we're praying for you. And I know that even through those tornadoes, there were many miracles that happened. People's lives were saved. I know for sure in the state of Nebraska, my understanding is there was no lives lost. I know there were a few in Oklahoma, I believe. And again, I'm so sad to hear that. Spring in Nebraska can be really, really super crazy. So praying for you guys, praying for those. I know people actually who live in the Omaha area, the Elkhorn area, that lost their home completely. I think all of us are affected in some way, shape, or form, especially our hearts. Like every video I have watched of those tornadoes just makes my heart sink. And I can't imagine. So we're praying for you. Things are going to come back, and they're going to come back better than what they were before you lost things. Things are things, and life matters. But, I think that having a home to go home to and someone who is in a place that they just don't know what they're going to do feels very hopeless, but God. And I know that's the hard thing. That a lot of us were like, well, why did God allow that to happen to begin with? I don't know, but I believe you'll figure that out at some point down in the future. So not to get super harsh, super quick, or super down, but I want to recognize what's going on in our communities. And I want people to know that my heart is that I am praying and believing for God to work miracles in what needs to happen. So I bless you and I pray for you guys today. So back to Monday Mojo and our motivational video. Today I want to talk with you a little bit about grocery shopping skills. I know this month we have been talking about our 10-minute Cart Smart grocery shopping guide that we are giving out to you, or I'm giving out to you. And today the topic is 9 pro level grocery skills. 9 pro level grocery skills. And for most people, I was literally on TV, the morning show this morning with Tim, and he said, he's like, I did not get to the grocery store, and he was chasing storms over the weekend, and it threw his life a little bit crazy just because he didn't have what he needed. And really, this is why this whole month I've been pushing grocery shopping, meal planning, and having a good idea of what you're going to be doing, because it sets you up for success or it sets you up for failure. And I know for me that, over the years of learning how to grocery shop, it gets so much easier, and meal planning is so much easier for me because realistically we eat a lot of the same things in our home, and we have the things that we like and we enjoy. So when anytime somebody is new and they're starting fresh, this is probably the most overwhelming thing, is finding the time to meal plan, meal prep, grocery shop, have what we need on hand. And last week I talked about not throwing food away and wasting food because we don't get it all ate. It is a learning curve 100%. And I just want to say, though, it is very, very possible to learn, to change, to do things differently, and to set yourself up for success. So that's really what I want to talk to you about. What are 9 tips or grocery skills that are actually going to set you up for success, that will get you going in the right direction right away if you can implement these, okay? So the first one is have a plan. And when I say have a plan, I mean a meal plan. Make a meal plan of what your breakfast, lunches, snacks, and dinners would look like, right? Like, what do I want to have this week in order to be set up? Now, most people will tell me when we look at a meal plan, they're like, well, what if I don't feel like eating that? And I'm like, as your coach, I'm like, too bad. Eat it anyway. If you're hungry, you will be satisfied when you're done. You're not necessarily looking at a craving. We're looking at fueling the body by having a plan and helping us to be accountable to sticking to what we planned. That's another whole issue and a whole nother video, so we're not going to go there, right? So the first thing is make a food plan. So before you head to the store, scan your kitchen, scan your fridge, your freezer, your deep freeze. Look at what things you've already got on hand. Okay, look what you've already got on hand. So like, we're getting ready. I'm just saying, I'm getting ready to go on vacation next week. So this week, as I was making a grocery plan, we were looking at the things we needed to use up before we left and using as much as what we could that we had on hand to save money, number one, but number two, to make sure we weren't leaving anything in the refrigerator that we would have to throw away or go to waste. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing I want you to think about is if your grocery store that you shop at has an app, which most of them do. I shop at Walmart and I shop at Hy-Vee. Super Saver here in Grand Island, whatever grocery store you have, usually they have things in the newspaper. They have an online page for a local ad. They have an app. They have something. This is tip number 2. While you're planning, look for that app and look at the sales, okay? Because eating healthier is expensive. We talked about that last week. But the beauty is, if you can plan your meals around things you've already got on hand and what's on sale, that's 2 things right there that you can honestly already save money and get a grip on what you've got going on. So that's number 2. Look for things that are on sale. Number 3. Shop the perimeter, okay? When you think about the perimeter of the store, what are the things that are in the perimeter? They're going to be meat, eggs, fish, seafood, dairy, and fruits and vegetables. They are your perishables. And what I mean by perishables, if you don't know that word or what I'm saying, is that these are the things that are going to rot, spoil, and have to be thrown away because they're usually fresh or frozen, which are going to be some of your best choices to really get you going in the right direction. When you think about what's in the inside aisles, inside the perimeter, right? They are things that I joke, but when the zombie apocalypse comes, they're still going to be around and they're going to be the things that we can eat because they're going to last a while, okay? They're going to be more of your processed foods, your shelf-stable foods, things that will be around a while, okay? So always shop the perimeter. That's your 3rd tip for grocery shopping. Number 4 is go seasonal and go local. One of the things that I teach my clients, especially with fruits and vegetables, is look at and actually hand out to them a seasonal produce list. So what that is I'm telling them, hey, in January, this is what's in season, so on and so forth for every month. And usually what's in season will be what's on sale. Okay, so think about that. What's in season is what's usually going to be on sale. And this might be too, what I teach is that this might be when they're in season and they're on sale. Organic might be, usually will be, a little bit cheaper, and then you can splurge a little bit on just a little bit cleaner foods because it is organic, okay? So that is that. So number 5, buy in bulk. Now, there are certain things especially that I buy in bulk. Now, this could be your grain products, your oats, your rice, your breads, things that are freezable or shelf stable, but I really do buy in bulk if I can. Meat when it's on sale. So whether it's whole chickens, whether it is steak or pork ribs or any of those kinds of meats, when those things are on sale, your best bet is to buy them in bulk divvy them up, freeze them up so that you've got really, really great stuff that you can be having on hand to use quickly. Well, hello, Mr. Tim Jones. How are you? I see you popping on there. And so anyways, back to the topic. If you can buy it in bulk, buy it. If it makes sense to you. If you are someone that you know that if you buy something in bulk that is junk, you're going to sit and eat the whole thing, then don't buy junk food in bulk because it just gives us reason to overindulge, and it just makes it a little harder when those cravings are hitting because we've got a lot on hand. So pay attention to what you buy in bulk, okay? Number 6, I've lost count. I lost count on where I'm at. But what we're going to do with the next one is try store brands, okay? Like when you are shopping, I know a lot of times we see like Walmart has great value and Hy-Vee has their brand and Super Saver has their brand. You know what? Most of the time it's the same exact thing. Most of the time it's the same exact thing, but cheaper. And our biggest goal is really to be shopping for the healthiest stuff and making sure that we are saving money in the long run, right? Like that's the big goal. Number 7 is to read food labels. Read food labels. Now, if I just told you to shop the perimeter, which I did, which is usually going to be fruits and vegetables and whole foods, they're not going to have a label, obviously. That should give you a heads up that it's probably healthier than most of the crap you're going to buy. But there are good foods too that do have labels. But understanding what a label means, that's going to be so important for you guys. Looking at a calorie content, what a serving size is, how much sugar is in something. Those are going to just be things that are going to be really beneficial. If you don't know how to do that, then maybe that's something I need to do a video on at some point. But looking at labels, and the biggest tip I can give you with labels is this. The more ingredients that you have in an item that you're purchasing, that number 1, you can't pronounce. Number 2, large amounts of ingredients that are mostly chemicals. And number 3, lots of added sugar. Those are definitely things we're gonna pass on. We're gonna nix that stuff, okay? So be aware of that and read your labels. Number 8 is unit pricing. So most people never even look at this. When they look at the size of something per ounce or per liter in the grocery store, now, I haven't shopped inside the grocery store for a really long time because I purchase almost everything online. I'm being honest with you because I want it to be easy. But realistically, when you go into the grocery store, it will tell you on the label in front of the item, the unit size, how much you're paying per serving, because sometimes that's a little tricky, right? It's a little tricky. And even on like your labels with your meat, you'll be able to see how much you're paying per unit. Okay, so those are going to be things that are going to matter, because just because something looks like it's a discount, it might not really be. You might be paying more for the big one or the small one. Usually the bigger we get, the bigger bulk we buy, we're supposed to save more money. But sometimes people don't know no different and they're not getting that figured out. So be aware of that. Lastly, if you're in a smaller town or you shop in the same grocery store pretty often, I can't tell you how beneficial it's going to be to know the staff. Know the meat butcher, the person at the fish counter. Know the people who stock the fruits and vegetables. Get to know them. Ask them questions. What is the freshest? When is something in season? What is the best choices for the price right now? Because most of them are going to know this stuff, and they're going to really be able to help you out to make sure the things you're purchasing you truly enjoy. Okay? Because you know what? Stuff costs way too friggin' much for us to not enjoy what we're eating, right? Like, I know that obviously a salad isn't going to be the same as a pizza, but man, if I can get fresh ingredients for that salad, which are tomatoes and great spring mix with baby carrots and fresh cucumbers, the fresher something is, the better it's going to taste, and the more apt you're going to be to purchase that later on down the road and keep it in your rotation of foods that you add. Okay, so I hope this really, really helps for you to be able to be thinking ahead. 9 tips. I know you'll probably have to go back and watch it again, but this really is beneficial to help you in the long run to not waste money, to stick to your plan, to be accountable, and really, really feel like you did have the choice in what you ate. You just made better choices, right? And that's always my goal for you all, is to help you make things a little easier, to help you out, and just to set you in the right direction, give you a little kick in the butt from the coach, right? From the coach. So I guess my new name is Health Mom. That's what Mr. Tim Jones calls me. And part of me doesn't want to be offended at that because then I feel really old. But I am that age. I am that age. So I am your health mom and your health coach, Angie Rose. If you're someone who is new that is just hearing about me and you're really interested in what I offer, I would tell you today, check out my website, angierosehealthcoaching.com. We offer a lot of different things here in the office besides health coaching, but that is my specialty: coaching, health coaching, life coaching, hormone coaching, and fitness coaching. But you could also give us a call at the office here. We do offer for my health coaching a 1-hour free consultation, and I would love to sit down with you, visit with you, get to know you, and see if what I offer is something that will benefit you to get you going in the right direction. Okay, so give us a call here at 308-850-2419, and you guys have a blessed week, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.